Hello, everyone. So, in honor of it being not only Purva Shada Moon today, but also right before Valentine's Day, I wanted to make a video of just some pointers on how to either attract more love or simply just attract more beauty and Venusian things in your life. Because we all know Venus is the planet of love, beauty, luxury, money. Okay, so let's get into it. I wrote some stuff down. So the first thing that this is gonna sound crazy and like super random, but feeding ducks slash fish. In my city, we have a pond where there's already duck feed and fish feed there, and you can just put like a coin in, and yeah, just like feed the ducks. But doing this activates Venus more because ducks and basically like delicate animals and feeding animals is connected to the energy of Venus. Okay. And also if you think about it, the pond is Pisces. Pisces rules bodies of water. Fish is Pisces, and that's the sign that Venus exalts in. So the energy of money itself is like water, because think about the word currency. A current flows. All right. So then the next thing, if you're like, yeah, I don't want to do all that. I just want to, do something quick, and accessible, is you can chant the Lakshmi or the Shukra mantras. And a simple one that I know off the top of my head that I like to say sometimes, especially if I'm doing my beauty routine or I'm putting like rose oil in my hair, which that's another thing, is roses, and rose oil is connected to Venus. I will say Om Hrim Shrim Klim Mahalakshmi Namaha. And I'll just repeat that because those sounds, Hrim Shrim Klim, are connected to the energy of Venus. Or the Shukra one is just very simple. It's just Om Shukraya Namaha. And you're just honoring Shukracharya, or Venus. The third thing that I wanted to point out, or really the fourth thing, because I said the rose oil, but you can activate your Venus placement via the sign, the house, and the nakshatra that your Venus sits in. So I'll give an example. Let's say that your Venus is in the nakshatra of Rohini in Taurus in your 10th house. So what you would do here that you can activate your Venus more. Um, Rohini is connected to flowers. It's also connected to food because I mean think about the sign Taurus is food. Rohini Nakshatra specifically is connected to soma, which are beverages like drinking. Um, and then the 10th house is your workplace, anything in your workplace basically. So I would cook food, especially anything that's like super sweet or super oily and just fatty and indulgent. I would cook that type of food and bring that to work and feed that to my work colleagues. Or I would like keep fresh flowers like roses and whatnot at my desk at work if you have, if you work in an office environment or something. But in general, keeping your work environment as beautiful as possible. I'll give another example. So you have Venus in Pisces. Oh my gosh, my nose is itching. My nose is itching. You have Venus in Pisces in the nakshatra of Uttarabhadrapada in the seventh house. So seventh house is what? Seventh house is the partner, business partner, your spouse, and then oh, it's also your maternal grandmother. Venus is exalted in Pisces, so already we're going to know it's something connected to luxury or a sense of luxury. Pisces is also things like shoes, um, the bed, like sleeping. So, in order to activate that, Uttar Bhadrapada is also connected to the feet. Like the story of Cinderella with the glass shoe. I would buy a like really luxurious set of shoes for my spouse if I had one or my boyfriend. Um, if I'm unfortunate enough to have one. So I'm just kidding. That's my Venus kid to talking. So yeah, if I had that, that's what I would do. And luxury doesn't have to mean like, yeah, you drop $2,000 on some like Balenciaga shoes on them, right? It can just be something where it's like Venus is about taste and refinement. So if someone has a really good Venus, you're gonna see like they will buy the best quality of whatever it is they're spending money on. So it's like if they're gonna buy, a dress, they're gonna buy a silk dress. If I'm gonna buy shoes, like let's say I'm buying boots, I'm gonna buy that $300 set of boots that's real leather, right? Not like that faux leather crap that's gonna break and like tear apart in a matter of 2 weeks, and gift that to the partner or to your grandma. Um, all right, moving on because I feel like I spent so much time on that. God, I'm such a yapper. All right. So the other thing, keep your car clean. And this is something that I'm like really bad at. So like right now, my I turned my freaking car into a storage unit because guys, long story short, I got into like this fight with my mom and I was like, I'm gonna move out of here right now. And so in a matter of an hour, I like packed all of my belongings into my car. And then I got over it, kinda. And so it's just that stuff's just like been sitting in my car. I need to clean it out. I'm gonna clean it out tomorrow morning. But yeah, keep your car clean. Keep your car shiny because the car vehicle is connected to Venus. So cleaner you keep it, the better. I'd give another example. So this is like really kind of like racist. Like not really, but kinda. But Venus is the color white. So anything really white and shiny. So for example, if you have Venus in the second house, if you want to attract money and, luxury and love, you can whiten your teeth. So, yeah, make that what you will. Those are just some of my little tips. And then now we're gonna move into oh my gosh, the freaking card flew out. My Vedic astrology deck. Oh my gosh, look at that! The Uttar Bhadrapada card flew out. So Uttar Bhadrapada, yeah, it's like where Venus, Pisces, the sign of Pisces, where Venus exalts. Um, oh my gosh. Okay, okay. I know why that flew out because it reminded me of the one thing I forgot to mention. Because Venus exalts in the sign of Pisces, Pisces is about charity and about giving back to other people, being very generous. So the other thing you can do to really embody the energy of Venus and attract that is to give back to people. If you donate your stuff, you donate money, you donate, anything to charity, like good quality stuff, that's another way. But I did hear a warning about that where they said like if you have shoes and they're really worn down, you should never donate it because they say like shoes supposedly, carry the karma of the person or they'll like store the energy of that person. So then if you're donating really worn out shoes to someone, you're kind of passing along negative karma to them. I don't know if I really believe all that. I'm like, you know what? If the shoes are nice enough to wear and you want to donate them, I'm sure there's somebody out there like who could really use a set of shoes and isn't going to care if it's like a little worn out. They're just going to be happy that they have something protecting their feet. You know what I mean? Anyways, okay. Um, so what do I want to ask? I just wanted to like show off my little Oracle deck. This was actually an accidental find. But I was so happy that I found it because I've been looking for one. We'll just ask for do something fun. What's a fun question? I get advice when it comes to Venus. Right. What do you want to say about Valentine's Day and about attracting more beauty and whatnot? Ooh, Mars? Interesting. Why Mars? Rohini? Jeshta. It's really weird. Okay, I feel like what it's trying to say. Let me just give a breakdown of what these mean. So obviously Mars is about willpower, and it can be about like putting energy or effort into something, the actual physical body. Um, Rohini is related to like the idea of the Garden of Eden, of creating this heaven for yourself. She was the favorite of all the wives, and she attracted a lot of jealousy because of that. So it's interesting that Jishta came out because Jishta is connected to this theme of envy or an evil eye. And Jishta is ruled by Indra, who is the chief of the gods. So he's like number one, but he was cursed. So he was cursed where it was like you can be number one, but you're always gonna constantly have to fight off enemies trying to take you down. And that's why Jishta natives, if you look at celebrities like Taylor Swift, like Nicki Minaj, Kim Kardashian, and Donald Trump, they're always having to like yeah, they rise to the top, but they always end up like looking kind of crazy trying to fight off all their enemies or like even just perceived threats. Um, I feel like what's this telling us? What is this? Mars Rohini Jyeshta. This is connected to Venus. I feel like it might, maybe it's giving a warning of like, if you put effort into building this heaven for yourself, you're also gonna have to put in effort in like being very cautious in who you let in, because you will have people who are gonna envy you. You know, you embody this energy of Rohini where you're just super juicy because you're so Venusian. You put the rose oil in your hair and you've been feeding your fish and your ducks. You're gonna attract like more, potentially more evil eye, the more beautiful you become. So I guess that's what they wanted to say. But I hope that you got something out of that. Let me know if you try any of the remedies. I think the next video I'm gonna post will be connected to. I don't actually know. Let me ask. What is the next thing I'm going to post connected to? I hate when that happens. What is that? Oh, it says Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, they're just reminding me. Every card that comes out just reminding me of stuff that I forgot to mention. So I have a Discord server for Vedic Astrology. So if you're interested in joining that, I will put the link, the invite link in the description. And that is all for now. Um, I appreciate you. That was so mean. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. I hope you have a good one. Enjoy yourself and stay beautiful. Mwah.